Hi guys, Jonathan Ashford perfectly summed up the idiocy surrounding former Prime Minister Liz Truss. There's growing pressure on the current head of the Tory party, Rishi Sunak, to block her appointments to the House of Lords. And Jonathan correctly points out that while Truss is going around blaming everybody from the media to the anti-growth coalition to Liberals in London from stopping her from succeeding, ordinary people have suffered as a direct result of the advice she took from right-wing Tufton Street think tanks. She needs to go away and be forgotten about, but I fear she's trying to make a comeback, and knowing how crazy the Tory party is, she might even succeed. Have a listen.
And now for Liz Truss to be out here today saying, you know, it was a London dinner party circuit that blocked her, when people in Leicester, in Ashfield, in Bury and Bolton and Bolsover are paying more for food, I think is just extraordinary. If Rishi Sunak had any backbone, he would block this Liz Truss list today, because I don't think businesses, hard-working families paying so much more on their mortgage think that list should go ahead. In many ways, it's a kick in the teeth.
But I mean, we could all look back in history at politicians that we haven't liked or necessarily admired and say, well, why did they get to give honours? I mean, it doesn't... I mean, is this something, one, that the Prime Minister could actually realistically do anything about, given the conventions? And two, would Labour change if you came into power? Would you reform the honour system entirely?
You hit the nail on the head. The conventions. It's just a convention. So Rishi Sunak could intervene if he had any backbone, if he was strong enough. But he's pretty weak, as we know. He's weak, wishy, isn't he? Inaction man, as he's well known and has been branded because he never does anything. But he could intervene. But the key thing in the end is that...
Inaction man versus
inaction,
on the beach.
Inaction man, I mean, he doesn't do anything. He can't get a grip of anything, can he? You know, he can't deal with the NHS. The boats are still coming. Prices in the shops are still crippling for a lot of people. He really is inaction man. But the key thing is, 12 months ago, the Conservatives ran our economy off a cliff. They crashed the economy. And people are paying so much more, hundreds of pounds more on their mortgage as a consequence. And now for Liz Truss to be coming out saying she wants to give all these awards and honours to her cronies. And, you know, get this, right? She's writing a book. Can you believe this? She's writing a book. You couldn't make this up, called 10 Years to Save the West, after spending 49 days as Prime Minister trashing the economy. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Keir Starmer said at the weekend that...
Unbelievable and absurd. But this is the Tory party at the moment, and I really have this fear that Liz Truss is trying to rebuild her support base within the Conservative Party and probably make another run as leader. There are a lot of headbangers within the Conservative Party who believe that she was ousted by the media. It was the anti-growth coalition. It was people who didn't truly believe in conservative policies and conservative values are the ones who drove her out of office, and it's their fault that it all came crashing down. Nothing to do with her unfunded tax cuts, nothing to do with the mini budget, nothing to do with her incompetence. It's all down to other... And it's, you know, this is part and parcel of the Conservatives. Blame everyone else. Not my fault, it's somebody else's fault. Never taking responsibility for their actions. And, you know, this idea, she's writing a book saying how to save the West in 10 years. It's actually, how does she stand up on a stage and not be laughed at? How are people paying her money to deliver speeches? Why is she writing a book? Why has she written a book? Who is buying this book? What is wrong with people? Absolute incompetence, failing upwards. You know, you fail and you're promoted. You fail and you write a book about how you can succeed. I would have more respect for a politician if they said, actually, I made a mistake. I was wrong. And now I'm going to fix it. But instead it's not my fault, it's somebody else's fault. This is part and parcel of Liz Truss. And the cynicism as well, when she was a Remainer, she campaigned for the UK to remain part of the European Union. And as soon as the vote came in, she jumped ship to become a Brexiteer and has since then been promoting Brexit. Brexit is a huge success, even though it's done exactly the things that she warned it would happen. The negative things, of course, that she warned would happen as a Remainer. But part of the problem is the media. They don't hold these people to account. Why has Liz Truss been not really, only on the odd occasion, but not really held to account over Brexit? Asked, here are the things you said would happen to the UK. This is what has happened. Why do you still support Brexit? Anyway, let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.